we did it. I jumped in a little early just to see if we could rally some people in. And this is Louise's first TikTok live. So, hey girl, what's up? Welcome.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, I want to see if I can change this setup of how you're on the squares. Hold on here, okay? Let me see if it lets me change the settings here. I don't know if it's going to let me. No. Oh. Show available spot. I'll touch it another day. I don't want any random people jumping in with us. It's not letting me change you for we could be side by side, but I can see you. You can see me?
Yes, I can.
Okay. So I was asking people what they knew about light language and, what it is. And so you're the queen bee of the star seed. So
yes, the light language is basically, I've been doing it for 7 years.
Yeah.
7 years. So it was, but I see that there's a lot more people doing it now. So it's good that people are actually starting to come online with their heart and they're connecting more. Because it is a frequency for most light workers have the ability to do light language. So it's just about getting to the vibration of allowing it to come through.
We were just talking about that. I love how intelligent spirit is. So Louise, welcome to our show, Inspire. This is a new podcast that I created here. We changed the name and I felt it needed a new upliftment, a new change, a new way of inspiring others to step into that power of spirit. And so I want to say thank you for being a guest today with us for the collective. If you can you please introduce yourself?
My name is Louise Finlay. I'm from Scotland and I've been doing light language for 7 years. I connect to spirit. I'm a channeling medium and I just love my job. I love what I do. It's so inspiring coming from quite a kind of hard background to be able to heal myself, to be able to help to heal others now. That's what my goal is in life, is to awaken other people to their gifts and to their goals so that we can all make the world a better place to be for our children and our grandchildren to come. So that's exactly what my mission is too. The same as yourself, my lovely. Absolutely the same as yourself.
Yeah, thank you, Louise, for being a service in that way. I find that all of us do our part in many different ways and different forms. And I also believe that we're all channeling that frequency and vibration. It's just some of us are not very much aware of it, right? And as you took that courage and leap of faith to understand and bring the energies to yourself and then to those that you love and for the ones that continue the path before us and behind us, I think there's a lot of beauty in that. So thank you, one, for bringing the light and finding the answers and the truth and the way we're going to learn it from you today. So thank you.
So again, it's just about, isn't it? It's just about basically realising that there's more to life than what was going on. I think when we're all here in this energy, I think most of us heard the calling. We came here, we opened our hearts, we done everything that we had to do to get us to the space that we're in at this moment in time. Because I think everybody was just fed up with the kind of vibration that the planet was on, and there was no getting away from the fact that she was awakening. So it's all down to the earth, do you know what I mean, going through her higher and her vibration in order to, we're all here grounding that light, because that's what light language is. It's basically here to help people awaken, but it's also here to ground that light through us into the earth to help her to higher her vibration as well.
And when you talk about channeling the light and vibration, what happens to you when you feel that? What made you feel like, oh my gosh, I'm feeling the planet? What happened to you when that started?
When it started, it was basically, there was a lot going on. I thought I was going off my head. I thought I was going mad because I was starting to get all this information. My mind was racing 100 miles an hour. And then it was like, basically, they're saying to me knowledge. So I'm trying to siphon through knowledge, but there was nothing here on the earth that you could actually physically read that told you what light language was. There was nothing, there was no books that you could go and get from the library or books that you could buy that would actually tell you what light language was. So when I awakened to it, it was like a feeling, I just had this feeling. At first I thought I was talking foreign.
Yes, it's so true. Yes.
I honestly thought, I was like, oh, maybe I'm foreign. Maybe how did I learn a foreign language? So it was kind of daunting at first because, as I says, all these words and sounds and everything started coming through, and I was thinking to myself, what am I doing? But what I had to do was I had to get through the mind barrier, the barrier of the mind and the ego that was telling me that I was talking gibberish. Do you know what I mean? So it's like, because what happens is it's like you start to question yourself at first. You're thinking, what is this? Why am I doing this? Where is it coming from? Because it's an overwhelming urge, and it basically comes for the heart, and it basically pushes out your throat. And it was, as I says, at first I thought, I was like, oh my God, I'm going to get locked up. They're going to be carting me away.
I always told my husband, if you start thinking that way, we'll be moving in opposite directions quick. I'll be like, let me be.
Well, I absolutely thought I was going off my head. I was like, oh my goodness, what is this? But when I started stepping into the flow of things, and when I started trusting, I just trusted the flow, and I trusted that the spirit world wouldn't do anything, or wouldn't allow me to bring anything through that wasn't necessary at the time. But then the more I understood it, the more I realised that it was that I sat with spirit, because as I says, at first I was kind of all over the place, but then I quietened my mind, I went within, and I sat and I started speaking to the spirit world. My higher self. I started speaking to my higher self, and I started asking my higher self, I was like, what is this? What is this overwhelming urge to speak in a different language? And they kept coming in with, it's multidimensional. And I kept saying, so what is multidimensional? And it was saying to me, well, it's things that are in a different, it's not one dimension, it's different dimensional energy that comes through the rainbow prism. So all the colours and connections that all come through the rainbow prism comes down through my higher self, connects into my third eye. That then my third eye and my heart need to be in coherence, so they need to be blended together, and then it pushes it up through my throat chakra. So when I understood that, then I understood, right, so I asked the question, I say, so where is it coming from? And they're saying to me, you just need to know that you understand it in a soul level. It comes for your soul. Your soul understands that information, and it's in a frequency encoding. So that's what they were telling me. They told me it was frequency encoding of sound, light, and colour that was all coming through the one through the prism of my mind, that was then connecting to my heart, because I was in the vibration to receive it.
And I think this happens to a lot of people who don't realize they're channeling color and light language. I feel that we can see them, we can see the color. It reminds me of a rite of passage. We're going from one level to the next level, and you just went from stage to stage to stage, and then they just show me, boom, the eagle spirit just comes right out of you. So I'm just like, it was really cool the way you took me through your journey of how you experienced it. But I feel like a lot of us that are in here, we may and I know I was one of them, I've had those awakenings, and then I'm like, I can't put a word to it, and what does this mean, and why is this happening? And for you to say, what is this? What is this called? What does multidimension mean? And those are the hard questions we must pause to give ourselves permission to understand what's moving through us, right?
Yeah, because what you have is, because 7 years ago, there wasn't many people that were doing light language, and it wasn't, a lot of people knew about it. So, as I said, it's like, basically, you've got to go within. Only the answers are within. There's no answers in the outside. You've got to just trust. And even if nobody else can trust it, as long as you trust it and you trust what you're getting, that is the main component of going forward.
Yeah. My mother would sing and she would hum and she would pray in tongues, and she would do that. I knew that she was in that space, and her body would rock to soothe her spirit, but she would rock and she would be in the energy. So a lot of us are in that space of prayer, and we're in that space of stillness, and we're in that space of humming and bringing the energies. And sometimes some of us say, I don't know why I'm doing it. I don't know why. You know?
Yep.
Does anybody have questions for Louise about what you may be experiencing in your awakening with color or with light. And I've been working on here, Louise. I'm barely on my third week. You're my third week today. I'm trying to hold myself accountable and coming in here, and we've been working on colors. So I am so grateful that you're speaking of this and you're bringing this development forward for others to see. We go through these stages, you know? So anybody have any questions for Louise on something you may be experiencing with light, with color, with rhythm? For me, it's while they're waiting, I remember sitting at the beach and feeling the roar of that ocean and feeling the waves move through my leg and through my channel. And it was just like, you know, then you see the holographic images because you're in such a pure energy, right? So when that happened to me, I was just like, what is this? What's happening? Oh my God, I could feel the vibration. And it felt so good. It was just like all the rhythm and all the energy. It's like a big drum just hitting your spirit, right?
Very much. Well, I've got a C drum, so I don't know if you've got a C drum. So it's a drum with like wee balls in it, and basically you can create that space with an ocean drum. Sorry. So.
Oh, okay. I have a buffalo drum. So my drum is the buffalo.
Look to see an ocean drum, because as I says, it creates the sound of the sea. And it's
Okay.
absolutely amazing. So if you're connecting to that, they're obviously calling you in to get an open drum so that you can sit with the sounds of the sea, because that connection. So to me, it's like they're saying that you've got a strong connection to Lemuria. So the ocean is calling you for a reason.
It is. It makes me nervous sometimes because I can see the souls walking through the ocean. And, you know, when you're in that power of spirit, it can be very intimidating. Like, whoa. So there's moments where I go out there at night and I'm just like, I'll trick myself out. Like, oh, shoot, you know, but there's the power. It's so much power there. Chicky's asked, how do you know or recognize you can communicate through, it's not sign language, it's light language?
Well, you can do sign language. So there's light language where you can speak it, but there's also light language where you can sign it as well. So it's just about the flow of the movement of the hands. So it's like a mantra. So it's almost like it's vibration. It's creating that energy round about. So I also do sign. I can sign light language as well. Sometimes I sign it as I'm speaking it as well. So you just know, because it's something that just comes to you naturally. It's just you know that it's there, and you can just feel it coming in and into the vibration of you.
Can I ask you, Louise, it's obviously it's a form of channel, right? Channeling. So you're channeling. Do you consider yourself in trance when you're in that state?
Yes.
That's what I thought. Okay. I feel like a lot, and as she said, most mediums can do this, right? Beautiful. I haven't heard of that. Me either, Jessie. I've seen them doing the sign language, but I've never thought to put terminology to it, you know? So I love it. Great question.
It's light language through signing. So basically you're just allowing your hands are doing, so it's like basically that sound, so that comes through the sound, but that comes through your hands, your movement. So it's to do with the movement, and you just allow your hands to flow in different ways. So I don't know whether she's misinterpreted that and maybe meant light language and maybe wrote sign, but to me it's very much never a mistake. It's just her, it's basically telling her she will be able to sign the light language.
I was just going to say that it's not a mistake. I needed to hear it too. So I love that you taught us that and you brought that forward. What do you think? I was expressing to everyone before you jumped in what happens to our body physically when it gets prepared for light language. Things that I started to experience before trance started to develop in my body. Like I was having sinuses, I was having nasal drip. Did you experience any of that with your chest or with your nose or your ears? Did you have any of that type of release?
I had my throat was like all tingly, and it
Yes.
kept making weird noises, and I just thought that I had a blockage in my throat chakra, and I think I did have, and what it was is they were preparing me, because I was getting like a sore throat. My throat was kind of peeling off, and then once I cleared the blockage from my throat, it was able to flow. It was able to flow a lot more easily.
Yeah, I went through that and I used to freak out. I was like, I would wake up tight, a little dry, and I knew my body I was in trance, so I knew it was changing.
swollen glands as well. My glands were swollen. It was mostly to do with the throat.
So then things to do when you're going through that upgrade, I mean, water with blueberries, focus on the chanting, humming. What would you do to soothe yourself?
Chanting, humming, just anything that you can basically, and as well, honest communication. That's how you unblock your throat chakra. If you can't communicate honestly to yourself or others, then that throat chakra will just stay. So you've got to be able to basically speak from the heart, say exactly what you mean, no sugarcoating. So you need to say what it is you mean at every turn.
I think we can all be blunt here. What you guys all think? No block chakras here. You need to say how it is. Yeah. I may go to bed and my husband be like, where did that come from? I had a moment of channel. I was reminded. My spirit team has me singing like a whale. Oh, how cute. I love that.
So if she's seen a whale, she needs to be listening to whale music, so because it's connection. Whales are the highest vibration, they're the higher conscious. So basically they're here and they bring in a lot of energy. So it's about listening to the whale music. If she's seen whales, it's for a reason. So definitely tune into the whale music.
Oh my gosh, Louise, I was watching a reel and it was talking about how this lady takes her morning walk on the sea, right? And the animals would come and approach her and they would connect with her spirit. And there was an octopus that wrapped around her leg and she just kind of relaxed and calmed down. And then the octopus let go. And what was so beautiful was that it was an energy, frequency. They were able to communicate. And now they have a friendship. She goes, she tells them, hello, good morning, beautiful. You know, it's like a beautiful friendship. And I find a lot of us, since we're talking about the ocean, we have a beautiful connection, not only to our planet, but the water and the sea creatures. And, you know, when they come and they're next to us, that's a gift. There's always an energy exchange.
So what she's doing is she's connecting to the oceanic consciousness. So it's basically the oceanic consciousness is the same water that's in our body. So it's salt water that's in our body that basically makes up the biggest part of our body. So she's connecting to the oceanic consciousness. So it's taking her down there because that's the most healing place. And the fact that the animals are connecting to her, it's absolutely beautiful because it's just showing the vibration that she's on. She's probably there to bring healing to these animals in the ocean. So it's fantastic.
My friend Kate Dot goes, not me, girl. It would freak me out. Yeah, some of those, it takes a minute to build the power. And I think that's the same for spirit, not just the octopus and trying to be friends with it. But I feel like even as we go into those stages of, you know, I would say rite of passage into each dimension, it's moving beyond the fear, moving into understanding, moving into awareness and the way that it's connected to you. And I think, I've been afraid, girl. I've seen some stuff and I'm like, oh my God, I need a limpia, I need a clearing, I need a healing. I don't know if I'm supposed to see these things, you know? So that's the instinct of me because of, you know, how we were raised. Like, that's bad, go get a werewolf cleaner, you know? Forestry's called to me. Oh, yes. But I won't catch me near the water. You know, the trees also have such a beautiful frequency within the trees too, right? There's so much beauty. And this is truly what we channel is the planet. And you said it, Louise, we're fed up as we live and they're fed up. The planet is fed up. And we're all demanding for better and we're all asking for better. So as you tune in, and you always tune in, what has the frequency of our planet been saying to you for us?
Well, basically, it's just saying that there's that much upset on the planet. There's that much, what do you call it? Where we're not taking care of our planet. There's an awful lot of chemicals and things in the waters, in the grounds. It's the planet's she's just not happy. But as I says, the more she hires her vibration and the more that we're grounding the light, then so it's inevitable. So there is going to be a lot more. The planet is awakening just now. So this is where all the volcanic activity is coming from. There's going to be mass things that are happening within the planet. There's going to be movements everywhere, and that's her way. Because so she is high. She is ascending. So whether we're ascending with her, she is ascending, and that is the main message that is coming through, that she's ascending and that she's had enough. She's moving up into the higher vibrations, and the more that we all need to. There's a lot of people that are leaving the planet, so this is where there's maybe like a tsunami comes and will take mass souls off the earth plane, because these souls aren't of the vibration of Mother Earth. So this is going to be happening more and more, where there will be mass casualties of people leaving through tsunamis, through earthquakes, through volcanic activity, through especially earthquakes and things like that, because these souls are leaving, and half of the souls, they'll not come back to this planet, because this planet is ascending, so they'll go back to the old 3D planetary system, the one that we've left, the one that we're separating from. So right now she's in the middle of separating, so the planet's separating, and basically, so this planet that we're on right now, she's moving up and she's moving into the 5th dimension. She's moving up and she's ascending. But the old Earth, because we've got many parallel universes, many parallel connections, and so she's just going to split apart from the old 3D. And what you'll find is people that haven't learned their lessons, people that are still in the lower vibration, they'll just reincarnate back onto the old Earth, and this Earth here is the one that will be keeping going and moving forward.
Wow, that's intense. I feel like we've been witnessing that for the last 2 or 3 years, where there's been just so much heartache around the world. And how long do they say that this will continue?
Well, this will continue for at least another 25 to 50 years.
Wow. So this is what can we do as now I can't even talk. There goes the energy of spirit. What can we do to help?
To help working on ourselves. The more we can go within and work on ourselves and creating that, letting go of all the old conditioning, the old belief systems, the old things that are keeping us in the darkness and that lower vibration. So the more that we can, and it's about going within. We're not going to find anything in the outside. There's no answers on the outside. It's about going in and connecting to our soul. And the more we can connect to our soul, and the more we're channeling the light through us into the earth, the more that it's that's exactly what's helping. That's what's going to help.
And Jesse said he had a dream where the mountain was opening last night and dragons were coming out of it. So he's the one that was.
I've got a dragon. I have a dragon. My dragon comes forward and helps me with light language at times, and her name is Seraphon, and she's gold and pearlescent.
Oh wow! So Jesse, you are very attuned to today. What do you think we need to know that when someone is stepping into light language, how to work with color when the color is coming through? Is it just letting it flow? What do you think?
Yes, it's just allowing it to flow through. So basically, the colours come forward in all different ways. So you can use it for sound, you can use it for healing, you can use it for giving messages. So it all comes. So right now I've got my yellow top on. So right now I'm connecting into my power centre, connecting into my power centre. So as I says, but when you're using it, because basically when you're using the rainbow prism, it's connecting us it's basically allowing that to come into our cellular structure and just allowing it to work through us. So it's really the colour with the light language it doesn't actually do anything. It just it connects to the sound, the vibration, the light, and the colours, and they flow through you, and flows through the throat.
Yeah, I think this is important because you broke it down in such a beautiful way. Because sometimes when people come to me, they're like, I see colors. And that's one for the healing. There's a connection to the message of spirit, a psychic, and mediumship. Because they do come in form of colors, and so when we're working with that spirit, it's trying again, identify what does the color mean to you? Why is it presenting itself? And you can set in motion also, like she's wearing yellow, I'm wearing white, like set in motion the color you're wanting to work with and bring forward into your energy field. when that color is presenting itself, or the light that's presenting itself, what do you think the shadow, when the shadow presents itself, when someone is not fully awakened to the full visualization of spirit or energy, and sometimes it comes in through that shadow figure, what happens to you, or how would you interpret that with the darker colors? Because there are darker colors that come through that can be also misinterpreted.
Say that again. I misunderstood.
How would you interpret darker colors?
Darker colours.
Or shadow energy?
So it's shadow energy. So it's basically seeing the light and dark and everything. So if we're wearing vibrant colours, so if I'm wearing the vibrant yellow, so that's about connecting to my power centre. But if I had on a kind of a darker yellow, it would be telling me that I'm not standing in my power, that I'm not allowing myself to flow. So everything's got the opposite meaning. So all light connects to the shadow side. So your shadow side's also coming through in the colour spectrum as well. So it's the same with your primary and hinged colours. So everything, but sometimes they are misunderstood because it's maybe just telling you that we need to flow with the colours. Because so many people kind of discredit their shadow, and we've got to remember we've got to have balance. We've got to love our shadow side as well as our dark side, our shadow side as well as our light side, to bring it together. There's got to be balance of the two. So yep, sometimes it's just about these colours will come forward just to kind of get you to kind of balance into the flow of things, to see where it is you're resonating and where you're flowing at that time.
I always say to create a book, right, that will help you understand what each color and which each shade means. As you say that, even it can go into the depths of psychology. So we can feel into it on a psychic level. We can feel it on a psychology level. There's so many meanings behind it. And it all represents within us, yes, and the energies that we are.
I've already done a sheet for my group that I do. I teach where I teach. I've already done a positive and negative for colours, because some of your colours have got positive aspirations to them and some have got negative. So I've already done sheets for that.
So you're on it. You guys give her a follow. Please don't forget to follow that. Is it Divine? I forget how is it on Divine Spirit
Messenger. Divine Spirit Messenger.
Divine Spirit Messenger, because she not only does she teach, but she also offers service. She has a sanctuary where she holds space for mediumship, for other mediums to come in. So I want to say more, because Divine, I say Divine, my lush girl here, not only does she do that, but she also helps those in need. She has a food bank where she goes and she gives out. She's constantly raising money and helping the community where she lives. She's an amazing soul to follow. Trust me, you'll be in good hands. I know your work, and if you don't mind, would you be open to sharing some light language with us?
Yes. So first of all, I'll just tell you what light language is and what it will do. So it adjusts to the person. So every person on here tonight will hear the same thing, but not everybody will interpret it that way in the body. So it'll adjust to whatever somebody needs. So it could be that some people are needing clearing, some people are needing balancing. It could be that some need activated, it could be illness in the body. So wherever it is, that situation will go to wherever it is it's needed within the body. So as it's speaking to your DNA, so it's about opening the DNA, and because what it's doing is recoding your DNA strands within the body and allowing you to open. So if I can just get you to kind of close your eyes, go into that space, and I'll bring through some light language. Terukua. Terukure sikia reanta. Meretiki tretekaturu sikia koya kuruata. Sharasikiete. Tensuru sukuya koa. Mayokukure tikire tikasura tikiantura tikiayokuata. Mashakisia tere tikitere tikatu sukuye. Sansuru sukuya kuata. Meritikitere tikaturu sukuya kuara. Marotukuntara tikiara tukute. Sara sikia tritikaturu sukuya kurutukuya muya sikia kuata. Seretikia trua, sakaratikia tritikatuya, siantu, maya kakaru sukuya tuen, seresikia tritikatura, shuka sikia tuata, maya kukura sikia tritikasua reteketa, mushkoturie, miritikia tritikaturu sukuya uka sianta, sere sikia tritikaturu sukuya kwa, shara sikia trutuku, sensere sikia tritikaturu sukuya yakuru mara, meritikia tritikaturu sukuya yakru tukuyetre, sara sikia tritikasuru tuata, peshkiera sikia tritikaturu sukure sikia tritikaturu tukuya yakuata, mentua psichiatro tokueka, sere psichiatra te katuru sukui ekre te kia ratu kuente, mayokukura, siri psichiatra te kia sakrata kura sekatura, shere psichiatra te tu, sia kuata, tura psichiete, siam pukuru tukura, psichiatra te katuru sukui yakuata, shere psichiatra te katuru sukui yakru suanta, mayokukura, psichiatra te katuru sukui yasukuta, muyukuru tukura psichiatra te katuru sukui yakri te kiatra te katuru tukura, ora, psichiatra te katuru tukuente, mayokukura te kiatra te katuru sukura, psichiatra te kaparu tukura, te kiatra te kaparu sukuki hira te kakura taka, here te kiatra te katuru sukura, psichiatra te kaparu tukura, psichiatra te kiatra te kaparu tukura, markigara te kukura te kiatra, ashkukura te kaparu psichiatra te kaparu psichiatra te kaparu te kapara te kiatra te kisikara tukura paranta, ora, haru sukutiri te kiatra para te kiatra sukuria se kiatra te kurata, mashkukura psichiatra te kiatra te katuru tukura, hashkura psichiatra te kura te kaparu tukuete, shikikiara te katuru sukura sikiantusa, hawa sikia kuara, muro tukura te kiatra te katuru sukua yetere te katuru tukura, menshkukura sikiatra te kaparu tukua brutuku sikiatra te katutura sikiatra, shkata, sukuturu sika, shaka, hueta, matakiara tukaru tukuta, munte sikikara tukatura, hetere tukahushka, hashkikiera tekere sekaturu sukua yanto senta siakata, sere sikitere tekaturu sukua yakruampa, hura sikiantu sirashka, shure sikitere tekaturu sukua yatru tukuenta, mantero sukura, Hasukute shikitra takasiatu, sansuru sukura sikiatre tekaturu sukua yakru tukuata, petikietre tikiera sukua sukuambuta, shanseri sikiatre tekaturu sukua yakru kuati hira, sharutu, sikiata, mayukure tikianta sukienta, mayukukura sikiatra te katiera te katuru tukuiata, sara tikiatra te ketere tikiatra te kaburu sukuia, kuauru sukuietri tikiatra te kata, hantuare sikiatra te ketere te katuru sukuia, suata, harata karu tukura sikiatra te kantura te kere sikiatra te kiatra te kuiata, mushkukura sikiatra te katuru sukuia, tukuenta, hampuia karatikiatra te katuru sukuie, sikitara, sikia ora sikambuia kuratia, uretikiatra te kuora marikiara, sikiatra te koira sukuia, suka pritikian tukuiata, hauatiti sikiature, shara sikian turu sukuia kuruata. Pukukura sikiatre te katuru sukuie, hantua satia, puro sukuia kruatianta, mushkukura sikiaturu tukuia turu tukuete, sikiaturu tukuia sukua hietse sikiatre te kiatre te kabru tukuia turu te kietse kera te kakuia, mashkakara sikiatre te kiara tukura, hushku sikiaku sikiatre te kahura te kianturu tukuia turu tukuia sikiata, hatta siampuja shkirata. Shukuya siki karata katora siki antu mushkukura siki tertikaturu sukuya siki aturu tukuya trianta Monturo su cui etere, siaka rosu cui atur si cambrutu cui atrutu cui ateri te kietere te ketere te katuru su cuia, harra te kietere te ketere te kianturu su cuambuia, bruta kakire te gorro si cambucca, si kire su cura, si cabra si kietere te kera tu corre te kietere te capru su cura, shka, shka, shka.
Thank you so much for that. That was powerful, girl.
I could feel my dragon, and
Yeah,
yeah, there was definitely dragon codes in with that.
there was a lot of
The
healing.
dragon codes go a lot quicker than the
I
light code.
love that you recognize when it changes.
It's the change of tone, the change of vibration. Some it'll go softer, it'll go faster, it'll go harder, it'll go lighter. So it all depends on who's stepping into the frequency to bring that through the higher self.
Yeah, that happens to me, and I could see my team stepping in while you were doing that, so it was really cool. I know this can also be very misunderstood for people who never witnessed this, you know, and
You can feel it in a heart level.
that's what I
So
was just gonna say.
it's your mind will be like, what is that? But if you sit and close your eyes, your body, see the amount of people that I've worked on that have burst out crying after it, because of the release in the body. So as I says, it connects us in different ways. Everybody would have experienced that differently tonight. Some would have been activated, some would have been cleared, some would have been balanced. There's maybe untapped wellness in the body that needs maybe a week and a tweak, so people will start to feel a wee bit better in themselves. They'll start to, and it'll also release a lot of density from the body as well, any lower vibration, any emotions that we're holding on to as well. It helps to release that. And there's some people it could have activated their DNA strands.
Yeah, I saw my DNA strands moving and pulling and going down and moving. Felicia said she's crying, she's in tears. So I think this is where we look at the power of sound and we look at the power of vibration and frequency. I love music. I love, when it comes to all forms of music, and my body just goes into that state of mind with the vibration and then if someone is really tapped in and they're really singing, our spirit can fly with that energy, and that's what you did for us today. So thank you, my friend Louise, for just being here. I know we have a couple more minutes. How are you in time? Are you up for some readings? Are you up for it?
I've got my mum. I've got my mum to go and sort out. My mum's not keeping well.
Oh.
She's got cancer. She's got breast cancer and womb cancer, and she's waiting to get, because she can't get in the bath without me being helping her and sorting out. Or I would have done readings, no problem. But
Next
she's up
time
there.
We'll get you in for some
Definitely
readings.
get me in another time,
Yes.
and we'll do. I'd love to do readings. I'd love to connect with that. But as I say, it's just that I need to go and help her out just now, because as I say, I've got a full-time job just now, just trying to kind of look after her and make sure everything's all
Give her
right.
my love, okay? Just give a hug to Adelaide. Give her some love from Debbie.
Well, she's a wee darling. She's a wee darling.
Yeah.
And she's a warrior. She's been doing really well, so she has. But she's gets a wee bit scared of having to go in the bath on her own. In case because she fell, she couldn't get out the bath a couple of weeks ago. So she kind of gets a wee bit anxious.
I appreciate you just even sharing your time with us and bringing knowledge and awareness to our side of the world. So you guys, please don't forget to follow her. You do have people still in their feelings, and I'm grateful for the movement, the shift, and the change and the healing we got today. So thank you for being a guest. And let people know where they can find you. Like, what are you doing, and where can they find you?
Well, they'll get me on Facebook under Divine Spirit Messenger. I've got 2 pages on there. I've got a business page, plus I've got my personal page, on TikTok, on Instagram. So yeah, I'm mostly everywhere.
I'll tag you in it, and when I repost your podcast, this podcast will be posted on Spotify, iHeart. It'll be on Amazon, so I'll upload it, and then I'll tag all your handles in there so people can follow you. Okay, my love. Take care. God bless, and thank you so much for being a guest on Inspire. Bye.
Lots of love, my darling. Bye bye.
Okay, guys, wasn't she awesome? Let me help her out here really quick. Oh, she got her way out. Yay! How did that feel for those that are still in here? Oh my God, that was so cool, right? So I did make a promise. I know Kate Dot has been following, Jesse's been following, to do Monday a little mini teaching, some energy, and I'm so grateful for her to come in as a guest to give us that awareness and that opportunity to fill into what if and how we can dive into that, right? How are you guys feeling? You guys, did I lose you guys? Are you guys okay? Are you grounded? It was, it was energizing. Yes. Oh, hi, Pam. Thank you so much for being here. I don't have my glasses on. I left them upstairs. I thought I was going to be late. It's warm here, so I came downstairs by the door. So I'm downstairs. Yes, it was very energizing. If I could see, because I have the ability to see my channel and my energies, I could see the DNA moving. I could see everything shifting. I missed it, unfortunately. Next time, well, you can hear it on the replay on the podcast. Didn't want to interrupt. No, it was, you got to follow her. She's doing some really cool stuff, very much so. Helped with my sore neck. Oh, good. I woke up, like, it was really interesting. Like, the power of the energy of spirit was moving through me this morning, like, especially in the morning hours when, I don't know about all of you guys, but in the morning for me, I tend to get my downloads. I tend to see my body travel and, get all the information. And so my spirit was just like, boom, like, whoa. It was pretty intense energy this morning for me. And I slept in. I didn't go to the gym today. So I missed my DJ mix. I missed my gym today. I was all off schedule.